Hi friends, this is Abhishek. Today I am discussing about human eye. Introduction about human eye. The human eye is an incredibly complex and fascinating organ responsible for our sense of vision. It is one of the primary ways through which we perceive and understand the world around us. With its remarkable ability to detect light and convert it into electrical signals, the eyes plays a crucial role in our daily lives, enabling us to appreciate the beauty of nature, interact with others, and navigate our environment. So, this is the diagram about human eye anatomy. Here is the lens, pupil, cornea, and the retina. So, let us discuss about these human eye parts. The structure of human eye. The human eye has a layered structure consisting of various components that work together to capture the process and process visual information. Here are the key parts of the eye. Cornea. The cornea is cornea, iris, pupil, lens, retina, photoreceptors, optic nerve. These are the key parts of the human eye. So let's discuss about cornea. The cornea is the transparent dome-shaped outermost layer of the eye. It acts as a protective barrier and helps focus light onto the lens. Iris. The iris is the colored part of the eye surrounding the pupil. It controls the amount of light entering the eye by adjusting the size of the pupil. Pupil. The pupil is the dark circular opening at the center of the iris. It constricts in response to the amount of light present, controlling the amount of light that enters the eye. Lens. The lens is a clear, flexible structure located behind the iris and pupil. Its role is to further focus the light onto the retina. The retina is a thin layer of tissue that lines the back of the eye. It contains specialized cells called photoreceptors, which convert light into electrical signals. Photoreceptors. The two main types of photoreceptors are rods and cones. Rods are responsible for vision in low light conditions, and cones are responsible for color vision and visual acuity in brighter conditions. Optic nerve. The optic nerve is a bundle of nerve fibers that carries visual information from the retina to the brain, where it is processed and interpreted. Working of human eye. The human eye is a complex sensory organ that allows us to see and perceive the world around us. Its working involves the process of capturing light, converting it into electrical signals, and transmitting those signals to the brain for interpretation. Let's move on. Let's discuss about the step-by-step working of the human eye. In the first step, the light entry. The process begins when the light enters the eye through the cornea, which is the transparent protective outer layer covering the front of the eye. The cornea helps to focus the incoming light onto the next structure, the pupil. Pupil and iris. The pupil is the dark circular opening in the center of the iris, which is the colored part of the eye. The iris acts as a diaphragm and can adjust the size of the pupil to control the amount of light entering the eye. In bright conditions, the pupil constricts to limit the amount of light in, and in dim conditions, it dilates to allow more light to enter. Lens focusing. After passing through the pupil, light reaches the lens. The lens is a transparent, flexible structure located just behind the pupil. It plays a crucial role in focusing the light onto the retina at the back of the eye. The shape of the lens changes through a process called accommodation. Accommodation allows it to adjust its focal length and focus on objects at different subject distances. Working of eye. Retina and photoreceptors. The light now focused reaches the retina, which is a thin layer of tissue lining the back of the eye. The retina contains specialized cells called photoreceptors, which are of two main types, rods and cones. Rods. These are most sensitive to light and are responsible for black and white vision as well as vision in low light conditions. They are particularly important for peripheral vision and detecting motion. Cones acquire more light but are responsible for color vision and visual acuity, allowing us to see fine details. There are three types of cones that are sensitive to different wavelengths of light, enabling us to perceive a range of colors. Phototransduction. When light strikes the photoreceptors, a process called phototransduction occurs. This involves the conversion of light energy into electrical signals. When photons of light are observed by photoreceptor cells, a chemical reaction takes place, generating electrical impulses. Signal transmission. The electrical signals generated by the photoreceptors travel through several layers of specialized cells within the retina, where they are processed and refined. This includes bipolar cells and ganglion cells. The ganglion cells are the final layer of retinal cells before the visual information leaves the eye. Optic nerve. The axons of the ganglion cells converge at the back of the eye to form the optic nerve. The optic nerve carries the bundled electrical signals from the retina and serves as the communication pathway between the eye and the brain. Visual cortex. The optic nerve from both eyes meet at the brain visual cortex, located at the back of the brain in the occipital lobe. Here, the electrical signals are further processed and the brain interprets the information, enabling us to see and perceive the visual of the world. The working of the human eye is sophisticated and intricate process that occurs in fraction of a second. It's a remarkable example of nature's engineering, allowing us to experience the beauty and complexity of the world around us. Next, we move on to defects of human eye. Myopia, hyperopia, astigmatism, presbyopia are the defects of human eye. So let's move on to myopia, nearsightedness. In myopia, distant objects appear blurry while close objects are clear. It occurs when the eyeball is too long or the cornea is too curved, causing light to focus in front of the retina instead of directly on it. Hyperopia, farsightedness. In hyperopia, nearby objects appear blurry while distant objects may be clear. It happens when the eyeball is too short or the cornea is too flat, causing light to focus behind the retina instead of direct on it. Astigmatism. Astigmatism occurs when the cornea or lens has an irregular shape, causing blurred vision at all distances. Presbyopia. The condition is associated with age and involves a gradual loss of the eye's ability to focus on nearby objects due to the hardening of the lens and weakening of the ciliary muscles. Corrections for defects: eyeglasses, contact lenses, refractive surgery, LASIK, PRK, and SMILEs. Eyeglasses. Prescription eyeglasses are a non-invasive and straightforward way to correct refractive errors. Concave lenses are used to correct myopia by diverging light before it reaches the cornea, while convex lenses are used to correct hyperopia by converging light before it reaches the cornea. Contact lenses. Like eyeglasses, contact lenses can correct myopia, hyperopia, and astigmatism. They sit directly on the cornea, provide a wider field of view compared to glasses. Contact lenses come in various types, including soft lenses, rigid gas-permeable lenses, and toric lenses for astigmatism correction. Refractive surgery. Refractive surgery is a permanent and surgical solution for correcting refractive errors. LASIK, laser assisted in situ keratomiliosis. LASIK is a popular and widely used laser eye surgery. It involves creating a thin flap on the cornea's surface, then using an excimer laser to reshape the underlying corneal tissue. PRK, photorefractive keratectomy. PRK is another laser surgery where the cornea's outer layer is removed and the excimer laser is used to reshape the cornea directly. Smile, small incision lenticle extraction. It is a newer laser eye surgery that involves creating a small, precise lenticle inside the cornea using a femtosecond laser. The surgeon then removes the lenticle through a small incision to reshape the cornea and correct refractive error. Thank you for watching this video.